Now's the time to choose your group. You can pause this video or wait to have the close-up of the stones. This is group 1, the coral. This is group 2. I forget what this stone is called, but I know it's man-made and it was gifted to me. This is group 3. This is the calcite, the pink calcite. So remember, take a couple of deep breaths in and just see which one is calling to you right now. Could be the backs of the cover or the positions of the cards. Timestamps are down below. And enjoy your reading, you incredible souls. Hello, group 1 Virgos. Welcome to your February Pick a Card reading. Everything you need to know about February. My first time doing this, so I've been pretty much winging it, but so far it's been first part, second part, and third part of February. We've already passed the first part, so you're just going to get an overview of basically what we need to know, and it will help with where this is all going. Ooh, I see a queen down there, a tower, a resistance maybe of a tower. 4 of Cups. I need to know. Group 1. Group 1. La Llorona. Let's see if she comes back out. Okay. Something's not moving as fast as you would have hoped. We need 2 more cards for a minute. Someone has not been resting. I think this is the temptations that have been keeping you up awake. Okay, let's see your overall energy. So your overall energy is the Queen of Swords with the Ace of Swords, and you have a Queen of Swords here towards the end of February. So for me, these 2 cards, the overall energy of this month for you is going to be to kind of like keep your cool. Don't let your time get ahead of yourself, meaning like there's certain things that are better left unsaid for this month. And it's also like it's a new way of thinking. This month is about you stopping to resist this new way of thinking. I feel like you've been someone who's been trying to manifest a lot of things in your life, and your mental state is just not working for you. It's kind of working against you. You're kind of always in this doubtful position, these doubtful modes. Fear creeps up. You get overwhelmed. And it's time to kind of assess all that. It's really time to assess it, and really time to look at finding new ways of rewriting your story, rewriting this history that you've been following for so long. For the first week of February, we have the 2 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. 2 of Wands, you're kind of like planning ahead. So you've been planning. Like this week, the week that just passed, you've been planning. And it's been kind of like this good give and take. You've been finding your balance. You've been finding a good way to, not do everything on your own. You've been kind of finding a way to put your foot down and tell people, what you need, what your needs are, how they can help. And you've been doing vice versa, okay? Now, there's a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire energy, but there's a lot of fights. The 7 of Wands is all about like unnecessary fights, just like ongoing drama that does not belong right now in your vicinity. And I feel like it's kind of been just all this fighting has been dimming your light, has been just exhausting you, and it's something that is unnecessary. Now, all this has already happened. So where does this all going? You have like the mid-February, you have the Eight of Wands in reverse, and then you have the Knight of Swords in reverse, then you have the Devil card in reverse, and you have the all-time, take a deep breath and rest card in reverse. So for me, this is like things are not going or not moving fast enough for you, or they're just, everything has slowed down, and it's partially because of this analytical mind of yours. You're kind of seeing this as like a setback, but in reality, I feel like there's a lot of things that need to unfold before you can move forward. But you're, this devil that's in your head, this thing that's always tempting you into like believing that you should be going faster, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, is kind of getting in the way. And I do feel like you're kind of breaking free from it slowly. But one thing that you are avoiding, and I feel like this kind of temptation and this devil card is kind of bringing, that is kind of showing me, is that it's stopped you from really taking deep necessary breaths. You might be someone who likes to drink a lot, alcohol, or a lot of coffee, and this will kind of debalance your system. And I feel like it's time to maybe take deep breaths, take a break from things that have been depleting your body, and start replenishing it with proper foods, proper like more earth driven, right? More raw foods, raw vegetables, raw fruits. These are all stuff that are great for the body, and it replenishes it. It has a big amounts of water too. So I don't know why like the food came up, but I do feel like, whether we want it or not, if we have 1 glass of wine a day for 7 days, we're not going to be as lined and as rested as if we didn't have 1 glass a day, right? Yeah. I especially feel like, sometimes over the weekends you tend to have a couple of extra glasses, and this will kind of disorient you throughout the rest of the weekend. I mean, it's fine once in a while, but for this month of February specifically, it's going to be really important to replenish, rejuvenate, and really rest your body. Now, by the end of February, you have the Four of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're going to have like some kind of a breakthrough. You have the Seven of Pentacles, which is working on your craft, which kind of like goes with this breakthrough. Like the Four of Cups is usually this, the universe is handing you something, handing you a beautiful heavenly cup. And upright usually means that you're having trouble seeing it, but in reverse, to me, especially next to this card, means that you're gonna have aha moments, and you're gonna be working through it. It doesn't mean that you're not gonna have setbacks. Like, for example, maybe you're gonna decide, okay, you know what, I want to be a little healthier. Maybe I'm gonna stop drinking, or maybe I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna go to bed earlier. Set like there's gonna be an aha moment where you're going to be like, you know what, this is what I want, and you're going to set forth to it. And I feel like it's going to be very powerful, because you are going to become the perfect queen of your mind by doing these baby steps. And it could be just that. Maybe you're just going to set out, you're going to have all this like a bit of trauma and throughout the month, and then you're going to finally wake up and say, you know what, I don't want this. I'm going to be a different person. I'm going to take responsibility of the way I am interacting and giving fuel to the fire. And or it could just be a new endeavor. Maybe you're going to be inspired into doing something, but I'm feeling more like it's like lifestyle change here, regardless of what that is. Some kind of lifestyle change that's going to just help you become this queen, this mental, I feel like you're going to become more impeccable with your words. You're going to be more powerful. I feel like people are going to start listening to you more, because you're going to apply this to yourself, and you're just going to be, exuding all of those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful that beautiful energy, that positive energy, and you're just gonna, like, all this won't even matter anymore. Like, you're gonna be saying like goodbye, thank you, but goodbye. Nothing is gonna rattle me anymore. I'm not gonna get caught up in the drama. I'm just gonna enjoy life, have fun, and that's it. And I almost feel like if you've been resisting a tarot moment, I feel like you might actually allow it to happen, or you will be such in a good state that you're not going to realize that there's a tarot moment that still needs to happen. Maybe something needs to hit you hard so you can have more humility, or maybe something needs to hit you hard that could actually rattle the foundations enough to actually fix it. You know how sometimes we know we have to fix something, but then we wait until last minute until it actually really, really breaks before we actually do anything about it. Well, I think this is kind of a situation where it's like, you know, something needs to fall, you know, something needs to break, and it's just a question of allowing it to fall, whether it's by you or somebody else, and just so it could actually be repaired properly, right? Now, we're going to know a little more about that towards March, but I know this is what's going on for you right now, Virgo group ones. We're going to get, with all this heavy energy, we're going to go with your angels and see what they have to say. Okay, let's go with these ones. Abundance and trust. Trust yourself, trust the flow, trust life, let it go. Let's go with one more. Oh, look at that, two more. Yep, integrity and truth and serenity. Serenity to me is really like this, this balanced state, right? This balanced state where you found inner peace and now you're kind of expressing it outwards. Truth and integrity comes hand in hand with serenity, right? When you're true with yourself, you're honest, you don't let anybody tell you what to do or how to do it. You have now practiced integrity, even if it's not a mainstream way or narrative right now. It's so important to stay true to yourself and vocalize and just express yourself in the most honest way possible with the most impeccable words possible too, right? Which is what you're developing over here. I think I'm going to leave it at that, my group ones, Virgos. I hope you have enjoyed this. Let me know if it's resonated. You can write me a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more of these kinds of videos. And just have a beautiful and fabulous February, because no matter what happens, you are strong, Virgos, and you got this. Have a great February, guys. Hello, Virgo group 2s. Welcome back to your reading. Well, not welcome back. It's the first time I ever do these. So welcome to your February for the card readings. I am basically just winging these. So I'm going with the first part, second part, and third part of February, overall energy. And take a couple of oracle cards, and then let's see. Right now you've already passed your first week, so we're just going to get to see what we need to know and to see where is it all going, basically. So Virgo group 2. Four of Cups. It's crazy how all my groups on every zodiac, there's always a couple of cards that just are very similar with each other, one another. So my camera kind of shut down on me, so this is a spread. I had technically already started, but we're just going to get back to it. Your overall energy for this month is Death and the Queen of Swords. So Death is like you're resisting an old version. Like basically you're resisting to let go of an old version of yourself. And the Queen of Swords over here for me for the month of February, Virgo, it's time to speak your truth. That's what it is. It's time to be impeccable with your words, to say what you want, say what you need, ask for help if you need to ask for help. It's really to stop people pleasing. It's time to stop people pleasing and start really advocating for the truth, advocating for um, advocating for who you really are, what you really want, how you really want it. And the only way to do that is to let go of this past outdated version of yourself. This person that would comply with all the rules, even if it didn't, fit into her value, comply with, try not to ruffle any feathers because you didn't want to cause a scene or you didn't want the other person to feel bad. Honestly, sometimes humility brings... Sorry, let me say that again. Sometimes humiliation brings humility. Meaning that sometimes you need to speak up when things are going sour, when someone has hurt you or has done wrong by you. You need to let that person know so they don't repeat the same stories and repeat the same lessons and mistakes over and over again. It might have flied with you, but the next time they might have actually hurt somebody in the long run. And I find it's for you to really start to find this voice of yours, to find this power within, to not bend the knee on things that are against your value system at the moment. Whatever that may be. It could be at work, it could be at school, it could be with people, friends, families. So for the first week, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups, and then you have the Eight of Swords and Temperance in reverse. So to me, the Four of Cups with this Ace of Cups is you're bored right now. You're bored, and it's crazy because I'm sensing like this card basically represents that the universe, God, whoever you believe in, if you believe in anything at all, wants to offer you something. You see how she's like so focused on the mundane, the things that she has, but she's not very grateful for it. And she's inside this cup that was created by the universe, created by this whole environment that's around her, and she's just not able to see it because she's so focused on all the things that annoy her, or all the things that she wish she had, and just distracted right now. And I feel like there's like a new beginning, a new love, that is a new emotional endeavor that you're going after. I'm kind of sensing that you're starting to see this new life that is being offered to you, these possibilities of a new life that is being offered to you, but you're just not able to completely embrace it just yet because you have this Eight of Swords, which is all about someone who is blindfolded right now and is blindfolded in their own doing. She herself has blindfolded herself, and the only way to get out of it is if she decides to take off and see for herself. And this blindfold is the doubts, the fears, the pain, the suffering, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, the what ifs. All these stop us from really feeling life fully and embracing these new opportunities that are given to us. Because remember, when we have like a spark or a hunch that comes into play, and you're like, oh my God, that'd be so cool to do that, or oh my God, I have this urge to go to this place, your brain has literally 5 seconds before it could hijack these intuitive hits and convince you out of it. So you have 5 seconds to go and do it before you have your brain that just takes over and decides, you know what, you're not good enough. But what if this happens? What if there's nothing there? And it's really your job to shut that down. It's nobody else's job. Sometimes when you have like a big decision to make, then it's good to make your research and to make um, an educated decision. But right now, you have an intuitive hit, or you're starting in this new journey, you've embarked in this new journey, but right now you just kind of like letting that analytical mind take over. And it has something to do with patience, because you're really not patient the first week. Like I said, this is already something that had passed, so this is something that you've probably already felt and or are still in the process of it. And the big hindrance over here is the impatience. I feel like you wish things would go or move faster. This impatience is to remind you, the temperance, I mean, is to remind you that it's not, this is not a race, it's a marathon. You're meant to move in a way that your soul could recognize, your body could follow, and it's supposed to be enjoyed, right? Now, for mid-February, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse, you have the Five of Wands in reverse, you have the Ace of Airs in reverse. They're all in reverse over here. You have the Page of Air, and then you have the Five of Pentacles. You have these two beginnings that are just not able to, you're not able to move along with these two beginnings. One is about something that sparked joy, and it's basically like you're not able to find joy, something that sparks joy. It's kind of hard for you right now, because you've been kind of like fighting yourself, or your environment has been a little edgy. People are kind of taking things a little too personally. It's just a little volatile right now. So you've kind of had a hard time to just focus on the things that you actually do want. Now with the Ace of Swords, I'm getting the sense that finding this voice is a little harder for you mid-February. Finding a way to speak your mind and to ask for what you want is just a little tougher because of all the anger that is around you. You look, again, you don't want to ruffle the feathers. You're afraid of how people are going to react to it, and sometimes it's just better to let the shit hit the fan and just see what comes out of it. Being impeccable with your words is also it's not tempting the wolves, but it's like putting yourself out there, speaking your truth won't be well received by people who are used to having you do whatever they want, used to having you, act a certain way, used to kind of manipulating or controlling you into getting you to a certain place or a situation. Remember, your overall energy of this month is the Queen of Swords, is you speaking your truth. And it's not going to be easy in the beginning, because this person who you were is trying to stay there because it's all it knows. Stepping out of this old version of you is stepping into the unknown. And the unknown is very scary. So our ego doesn't like scary. It's going to keep you into this old version of yourself. All this is really for you to find an equilibrium between you, your maybe married life, work life, partnerships. The Five of Pentacles is all about someone who doesn't feel appreciated, who doesn't feel like they're safe enough to, voice their opinions, or doesn't feel like, this person feels like they're alone. This person feels like they're alone, that nobody's going to help them. Even if they call upon help, everybody's going to be too busy, or there's always some kind of mind stories that are happening with this type of person. And right now, the idea is for you to break free from that. The Page of Swords kind of reminds me of the Ace of Swords, which is like a new beginning, and you're even hesitant into being just curious, and to be like, you know what, maybe if I said this, or maybe if I did this, I would get a different reaction. But I'm kind of getting the feeling too is that you've kind of lost faith. You kind of lost faith in trusting people. So mid-February is going to be a little harder for you to just speak up, but that doesn't mean that it's not doable. Like, I'm almost getting the sense here with everything reversed that you're kind of breaking free from this already. Like, this first week, you're kind of realizing that it is your own making. You're starting to see how you have contributed into allowing certain people to just manipulate you, or to convince you stuff that you knew you didn't want, but they convinced you, oh, maybe you do want that, maybe you do want this. And you're starting to see how you have contributed in allowing certain things to actually happen, right? And you're starting to break free from that with all these cards in reverse. To me, it's like, okay, there's been a shift of some sort. Now, by the end of February, you have the King of Swords, the Moon card, you have the Knight of Wands, and you have the Wheel of Fortune all in reverse. So by the end of February, I feel like a lot of things are going to be uncovered. It could have something to do with this King of Swords over here, someone who exhibits these qualities of, entrepreneurship, but he's a little volatile, he's a little too analytical, he's too much in his head, not really grounded, a little all over the place, doing many things on the same time. And I feel like something's going to really come up to the surface, and you're going to see things for what they are. I'm going to invite you not to get too emotionally involved, or to not to allow whatever situation is happening by the end of February. Don't let it get to you. Do not take it personally. Because I feel like if you react too quickly and you make a drastic decision, like, let's say, I'm going to leave, I'm going to quit my job, or, you get to a point of just so fed up that you're kind of going to stagnate this Wheel of Fortune over here that's in reverse. You're going to kind of stop it into its place. I almost feel like, getting the sense that you're going to ruffle feathers to a point of no return. Like, you're going to kind of like screw yourself over. Not intentionally, just because when we get to this emotional overwhelmingness and overcharge, things just explode. And then we say things that we regret. And then the things that we worked so hard for just end up crumbling, right? So whatever happens, I'm just suggesting to not let your emotions get to you, because I feel like this Wheel of Fortune wouldn't be stuck if you did not allow certain emotions get you. Regardless of what happens, you have a beautiful Three of Cups card, which is all about celebration. So there will be a celebration. I feel like you will feel some kind of release by the end of this month. And I kind of wish I knew what was going on for March for you, because I feel like this is just the beginning. I feel like this is just you coming out of your shell, starting to speak your mind, starting to let go of the old version of yourselves, starting to just allow yourself to be you. And I feel like you're just going to demand the truth from people. You're just going to be like, you know what? I'm not a child. Stop treating me like a child. Just tell me as it is, regardless of what that may be. For your oracle cards, I have chosen the signs, retreat, and children. So there might be children involved. So that could be another reason why you don't want to get so emotionally just emotionally charged, and just allow your kids to be a byproduct of this. There might be just kids that look up to you, maybe at work. With these cards out, it's really about taking deep, long rests before making any kind of decisions, before moving forward with anything. Make sure that you're fully rested and fully aligned and grounded. If you don't know how to ground, there's many ways of doing that. You can check online. One great way is just to dance, just dance it off, and start start taking actions towards your intuitive hits, regardless of what it is. Even if it's just going to this pastry place that you don't really like going to, go there, because your intuitive hit, this intuition that you have, is probably the universe telling you, hey, go over there. We know you don't like the pastries, but you might actually bump into somebody that might help you with one of your projects or answer one of your questions that you've been asking. Yes, just remember that there's going to be celebrations. I feel like some of the old people that no longer serve you are going to go, and new fresh people are going to kind of come in. You're going to collaborate. You're going to start seeing all these new people coming in, and it's just going to be beautiful. I think that's it for you, my group 2s. Virgo, I hope this has resonated. Let me know down in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe if this is something that you like to see. And have a beautiful February. Ciao. Hello, Virgos group 3. Welcome to your February pick a card. This is my first time, so I'm just winging it. Let me know if any of these messages resonate. If this is something that people enjoy, you're probably going to see more of them. Now, how I've been doing it is we check the first week, second week, and third week of February. Then we check the overall energies. And then if there's any oracle messages that need to come up, we will look at those. I just want 2 more. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Okay. It's just so crazy how every single zodiac sign, they're all very similar regardless of these pick-a cards. Now, first thing that comes up, mid-February, this week, you're probably going to need to hermit. You need to walk away from something. Okay, one more for the overall energy for my Virgo group 3. There we go. Balance. Ooh. Okay, I feel like some of you are going through a breakup, maybe a divorce. There might be kids involved. You're going to really need to find your balance this month. You're going to really need to find that beautiful balance between work and play, self-care, and giving, your time to people. And you're going to start, this month is really going to be the mourning period of letting go what no longer serves you. The 5 of Cups is all about this woman who is looking at her cups, the ones who have spilled, and without realizing that there's still 2 beautiful cups filled with whatever she needs right behind her. So it's gonna be hard, but it's about letting go of those spilled cups. They're no longer serving you. They're spilled. They're like bad milk right now. They're just not serving you anything, and you have a community of people and so much things to be grateful for right behind you, and you just need to see them. It's going to be hard because you need to find your balance. You're probably not going to have the same financial stability. So it's really about adaptation right now. Okay. For the first week, the week that just passed, you have the 3 of Cups, the 4 of Cups. You have the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, Messenger of Water, and the 8 of Swords. I feel like you've been waiting for a message. You've been waiting for a deep, like a message that's supposed to maybe like a job, from a job interview. You're waiting for something very important, and you've been kind of getting doubts and doubting yourself, and you've been just, how can I say it? It's not a good feeling. Let's just put it that way. It's not a good feeling at all. The 3 of Cups means that you haven't been really in good company lately, and you've been a little bored because the Three of Cups over here is in reverse, and then you have the Four of Cups, which is about this person that has, all these beautiful, here is like pearls, usually it's cups, these beautiful pearls in front of her, and she doesn't really realize that there's one being offered to her by the universe that she's just not able to see because she's so focused on all the things that she does not have, all the things that she wished she had, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of just that mundane reality of not being satisfied with what you have. So this is what's been going on last week. And the Five of Swords is usually about fighting. So I don't know if you've been fighting with people or fighting at work, if you've been kind of just dimming your light because of everything that's been going around your environments. I do feel like there's going to be an end to it all. But right now it's just a matter of keeping your head up. Not allowing these fights to get to you. Don't take them personally. I don't think it has anything to do with you. And, not your circus, not your monkeys type of business. And for this letter, for whatever you've been waiting for that's been like driving you crazy, if it's meant to be, it will be. I know it's not what you want to hear, but I feel like if you don't get the answer that you were looking for, there's something better out there that's coming. Now for mid-February, it's really interesting because you have the Hierophant and then you have the Hermit, which is two major arcanas right at the end of it. So I'm feeling you've been just trying to avoid confrontations probably because of these fights. Like this too, it's reminding me of you avoiding confrontation. And I don't know, I'm getting the sense that it's probably better that you avoid confrontation right now. It is time to kind of look at your past, but not stay stuck in there. I feel like you've been very nostalgic. You probably have been having like a glass of wine and just, talking about the good old days. It's great if it's for short periods of time. As soon as you start spending a little more, let's say, then I can't really give you a time frame. If you start just living in that reality, you're getting stuck there. You're allowing yourself to get stuck, and you won't be able to see the beauty of your reality that you have right now and the things that you can do. Just because you don't feel this kind of nostalgia, you're not feeling this kind of relationship with yourself and your environment, doesn't mean that it's not there. You can actually create this nostalgia. It's just about creating memories with the right people. I feel like it's a lack of discipline that you're kind of missing over here in terms of maybe your thought process. In terms of creating your reality, you're very good at it, but it's kind of ruled by these fears and doubts. So you've been getting a lot of more fights because of it. You're just attracting them because you're so used to this kind of lifestyle, this kind of way of thinking, this kind of way of doing this not necessarily why it was me. It's more of oh my god, I'm afraid. What if I get in trouble? What if this? What if that? And it's just a question of rewriting that story. And you just need to be a little more disciplined. And this is where the Hermit comes. The Hermit is going to be so important for you to just almost like lock yourself in your in your room for maybe an hour or two, just so you can just see these stories that don't serve you, that are kind of attracting all these unnecessary confrontations and unnecessary fights, and just say, okay, this is how I'm contributing to these unnecessary confrontations. I'm not being honest with the person. That's why things are backfiring, or this is why the person's not learning their lessons with these other situations, with these other people. And that's how I get caught up in the middle. I'm not, I give too much time to these people. I'm allowing too much time to people who don't really want to change. Or, you know what? I'm not meant to really give advice. I'm just supposed to be listening. And that's all I'm going to be doing, instead of trying so hard into fixing their problems, because a lot of the times people just want to be heard. So just taking the time for you to see where you want to go in life, see what direction you want to take, see what kind of life you want to create. If there is memories that you're stuck in, okay, what did you really love about it? What was the feeling and the emotions that you want to take out of it? Take it out and don't get stuck in there. And how could you be disciplined enough to actually not get stuck in there, to not get stuck in your phone, to do the things that you've been wanting to do, or to allow yourself to not get caught up with the mundane and not get caught up with these people that, you know, are just confronting for no reason. So just finding a way. And the best way to do it is like writing the stories that you have right now. Okay, this is how I feel about work. This is how I feel about my job. This is how I feel about these people. This is how I feel about my love life. This. You see the story. This is probably the stories that you don't want to say. On the other page, you start writing, okay, if this is not what I don't want, what is it that I do want? Okay, I don't want confrontation. So the next page will be the reverse side of that story would be, I'm always living a life with people who are completely grounded, for example, or who don't take things too personally. You start writing the things that you do, writing the stories that you do want. And soon you'll start seeing like, wow, these stories come very often in my head, and they're very repetitive. And this kind of repetition creates an electrical charge. And this electrical charge basically turns into a magnet, which magnetizes and brings all of the same to it, right? Because the universe doesn't know the difference between good and bad. They only give you what you're projecting, what you're reflecting, what you're magnetizing. Okay? Now, by the end of February, I feel like there might be a significant breakup. There's going to be some kind of ruptures. It's with a man or someone who exhibits masculine aspects of someone who's very analytical, who's very traditional, down to earth, very grounded, but yeah, someone who thinks a lot with their head. This breakup might lead to a financial shift, change, but I feel like you're going to bounce back very quickly, because the Knight of Wands is really this knight, this go-getter that's very swift, very quick, very passionate, and it's right under the Empress card, which is one of the abundance cards, one of the most abundance cards in the major arcana, and it's in a major arcana, which means that it is very big pivotal moments of your life. So this could be the whole this could be the overall energy that I was talking about. You know, stop looking at the empty cups. Could also include the nostalgia about it. This rupture could just be with your older self, with this outdated version of yourself. And you might be growing into this king that is, you know, that demands truth, that is truthful, that just doesn't take shit anymore from anybody, but that uses their words unapologetically, but also with impeccability, right? Meaning they use it with intention. Let's take, I feel like for my Virgos, it's been pretty, children, you have children involved. Like I was saying, the whole balance might be with you just balancing out your time now that maybe if you are breaking up, now that you know, your lifestyle will be different per se. Guardian angels, this is a confirmation that you are not alone, that you are safe, that you're protected. The guardian angels, all they really want is for you to ask for their help. Because of free will, they cannot just, you know, give you a cosmic hug. You need to request for it. Say, hey, I need some help. I need some guidance. Can you help me? And it might not always be with words. It might be with a symbolism. It might be with hunches. That's why it's so important for you to listen to your intuition this month. and focus on what you do want. It goes back to what I was saying about rewriting your story. What is it you do want, and stay focused on that 24/7. You're gonna bounce back because now it's a reflex. It's automatic. It's automatic playing. But if you keep focusing on the things that you do want, you're gonna keep magnetizing the things that you do want, and that's what you're gonna get, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna stop it at that. That was a lot of information. Let me know if any of this has resonated. Yeah, thank you so much. This has been an honor. I'm very looking forward to seeing all of you in March if you choose to come back to the channel. Ciao.